How about get a big one?
Now wear him out, bro.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call the whole team.
God, it looks beautiful out here. Look at you. Yeah, he probably didn't pay attention to how to spell your name properly. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Later, son. Bye. The mighty mullet? Yeah. Hey, somebody's slack over here. That's pretty real. Oh, that's. Oh,
You have a net around here? Back up a little bit, back up. Let him get in front of you.
okay, reel down, reel on it. Still not yet.
Bring him in. And then when we say tip down, that means you gotta
Take,
tip away from the other wheels.
let's get him over here on the.
Here he is. Reel it up. Reel.
Hold up.
Bring him up. Bring it up. That's it. Pull up. You gotta pull up.
Here's your phone.
Tip down.
There you go. Got it. Good one.
Tip down. Open the bail.
All right. Good job, man. That's a nice one. Woo-wee. Very nice. No, he's over. But we got a measuring tape to make sure, for sure.
38. That's
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he ain't that big. He ain't that big, but he's over the limit.
There's a board right here.
yeah.
I got a board right here.
Oh, yeah. Good catch, boss.
That's not bad. Let's see.
Just on the side like that. Beautiful. Good job. Mm-hmm. Good job.
It's your PB, buddy. Your personal best. Hold on. Is this maybe? I didn't bring a towel, did you? Wait a minute. I'll try and help you. You have a towel?
Yeah, but it'll blow back that way, off the front. Put it over here. So.
Yeah, it's probably better there to tuck it in a little bit.
Yeah.
There might be a towel on the front. You didn't have a towel? And hey Brady, bring the fish bite. Fish bite. It's like the little package. It's like bubblegum. Remember you asking me? Come here. Yeah, just whatever you like.
All right, guys, as you can tell, there's a lot of movement around the corner of this pier right here. We are fishing both the left and the right side. The current is moving hard left because of the strong southeast wind that we got coming in. However, with all of us, it doesn't matter what level of fishing you're at. We're all willing to work together, work that corner, and share it. If there is a rod holder available, there's where a rod can be. But again, too, guys, when you are fishing that corner, you got to pay attention to that current. Because if you fall in place with that current and it pushes you way left and you have one of the corner spots, you're basically blocking off a whole area of fishing and you're blocking other fishermen from being able to fish it, guys. So, or it's gunning hard to the right, and you're sitting over there on the way left-handed spot of that bench there. That is something that you got to pay attention to. You cannot bogart a whole spot over here. And that was one of the things that we were talking to with a bunch of fishermen that were out there, that there's a few guys that come out there and think that they can block the whole end of that pier with like 4 fishing rods. So I keep telling them, I said, man, when those guys come out there, you know, yeah, you can let them know, but if they want to sit there and block that spot, all you have to do is call up to the pier house and deal with it. And he goes, well, a lot of times they come in after hours. I was like, okay, well, at that point, call the game warden. Like, that's the whole point of what they're there for. It's not our job to, you know, make sure people follow the rules and stuff like that. But if they're blocking fishermen from being able to fish, then that is a major problem there, and they can do something about it. So just a heads up there, guys. You know, there's a lot of simpler ways to deal with guys that do not want to share the corner of the pier. They think they own it, and they don't. And, you know, stuff like that will get you kicked off a pier real quick.
Okay. Nah, I can't do it, man. Especially I was live on YouTube, bro. I would have been Nah, I'd be careful, man. The game wardens are active, bro. Like, yeah, no shit. Yep. Now, when these come out, I'll be legit. Like, I mean, I'm already legit, but it just like business card kind of deals that'll go like stock cards that'll go inside the paperwork.
Yeah, so it's different paper, right?
Oh yeah. And it looks. It's not just the paper. It looks like freaking legit, man. When I show it to you, you'll understand.
Is he on? Yeah, it looked just like that, right?
But when it goes on, it looks like a picture.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the glossy paper then.
It
Let me your phone because Mike is using mine. I'll show you. Let me put this on. I'll show you what one I have. Is this your browser? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Brother. Laser.
But he said he'll do me 1,000 cards, 2x3, for $80. And I'm like, dude, that's like save me time from cutting and printing and all of that. I can just stock them up, you know, and just pull up cards.
How much is that per card? Like 8 cents? Yeah, this is the ones that I was getting for $50. It's like this. These ones. You see here.
I'd have to see how they look when they print.
Yeah, well, I already got the here. This guy, he had a picture here. This is printing photos. I mean, you can't really tell.
Yeah. Hey, spinning rod. Yep.
Come on, get a big one.
Now wear him out, bro. Oh, it's a small keeper. There you go. There he goes. There he is. Drum number 2.
I don't want to interfere with your video.
No.
That's what he made.
You can check it right here.
I think it's okay.
There you go.
Measure, buddy. Yeah, right there.
Huh? I've done a 36 on here. Yeah. I've also did a 51-inch needle nose gar on it. I landed in 49 seconds.
¿Cuándo pescamos ahí algo?
You have a stringer or no?
¿Cuándo pescamos?
I want to like $4 here.
$9 for the good ones.
Right away, I look at mine. Somebody made it. I look at my bag. Oh, it's still here.
That's a new kind of whitey.
He's on his way with me stringers. I think for the last 10 minutes, he's waiting.
So you can put them on mine for the meantime. That way you do the stringer.
Thank you.
It's a fishing stringer, bro. If you don't want it to smell, go buy a new one. Right.
Hey, look at this show real quick. So what do I do with it?
Well, you got to make the loop on the other end real quick.
I'm
Let
gonna
me,
try to loop.
no, don't tie a loop. Let me see it.
I mean, you want to loop on this end, no?
Yeah, but you braid it back on itself so you don't have a knot.
Show me chief.
See this? Yeah.
All you do is open it up.
Oh, you're doing your
Like,
course place.
yeah.
I don't know if I trust you.
Yes, sir. Nope, sorry.
You here?
Yep, right through there, and then pull it all the way through. I guarantee you that jaw will break before that loop comes undone. I thought y'all cut a bigger one. Oh, it was oversized. Never mind.
It's a little chicken nugget. Little chicken nugget.
What do you hold? He held it. It takes out the seat. You know what I mean? It takes it out. there would be a day that I go to my mom's and I get for the whole day. Yeah. That's the only. There's some chicken wrong with that, and then. But other than that, like it's nice and chocolate. Yeah, it just needs to slow down. And then on the
One of the things I am working, guys, is the LX Raptors on my 10-foot rods, and I am using the double drop drum leaders that we have here with the improved setup, which means they have a bigger hook. I am also tipping them with fish bites first before I add the shrimp on, but I am noticing that the drums are biting on bigger shrimp.
Wait for that one to go screaming again.
Alright guys, so one of the main things that I wanted to show and keep showing is the amount of fishermen that are working in this corner. Right now, most of us are working anywhere from 2 to 3 rods per person because that's what we are allowed to fish on this pier for the tournament.
No, 30. 30. Dude, that'd be close.
Take a picture of it before I measure with
Get on this side because otherwise you'll have glare. And you have a sorry picture. There you go.
Queso.
Queso.
Say wiener.
Wiener.
I love it.
I love it. You
I got that on video. Bro, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to make it sure. Dude, you good?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Put a fish fry on the playoff. Put a fish fry on the playoff.
Team Hard Life.
Team Hard Life. Subscribe.
There you go.
Baby.
Yeah.
One of the other major things that I want to show is the downtime between, you know, the cook-ups and stuff like that, but you're also seeing the amount of seaweed that is being caught by a lot of the people here. Depending on which way the current is going, as you can tell, I'm able to go up there and shake my lines and get them in, or get the seaweed off of there by doing that, because I'm casting into the current, and that's a very important deal right there, guys.
Still way beatable.
And I caught a 37.
They caught a 40 incher over there at the bridge. Can you kill the music for a second? And it still counts as long as they're open. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. As long as they're open. Oh, for us? Oh, yeah. I'm right through. Oh. Caper. Mm-hmm. There you go. Hard life right there.
And one of the beautiful things is communication between everybody here on the pier. You know, everybody working together Got a buddy of mine right there that's helping me put my fish on my stringer because I was running back and forth helping other guys with their gear and stuff like that. He's fishing there with his son, who has been getting on the fish, man. That is awesome. So, you know, that's really important, guys, is passing on the knowledge to the next generation for them to go out there, but also showing them how everybody works together, because we are sharing the pier. Again, none of us own it. We just pay like everybody else, and if there's a spot to fish, you work it. So it is pretty awesome, guys. I really do love fishing with a lot of people. I love fishing next and right to people. It really doesn't matter. One of the things that I did notice too while I was sitting here editing the video footage, I guess the camera, I walked too far away from it, and because of that, the mic did not pick up a lot of the talking, and I forgot to, you know, reach down and return it back on, because when you get far enough from it, it disconnects and turns itself off. Now, the other thing is too, I think they are trashed, and because they're trashed, I'm actually ordering new ones, which will be in a few days. It just sucks that we caught a lot of great footage, you know, of casting, getting a lot of fish on there, a lot of teamwork here on the pier and stuff like that. And again too, you can see the winds were rocking towards us. We lucked out on that, but I mean, that current is booking, the weed is moving, which is also a great thing for us, because that keeps the fish moving as well. So we're more inclined to catch a lot more fish, which is great. And I looking forward to it, because I'm definitely here for a meat haul, to take some fish home so we can fry up or bake up, whatever we're in the mood for. Greater chances for the tournament to have some heavy hitters come out on the leaderboard and stuff like that. We were just talking about a little while ago that there's a 37 on the board as of right now, and that's what we were looking for to try to beat. I honestly was not putting any kind of big baits out for the bigger size black drum. I was mainly here for my keepers. I'm looking for my 5 slots. Once I get my 5 slots that I want, then I'll revert back over to catching up. Yep, just double checking my measurements back there, guys. It really is something that the camera deal died on me, but a little bit over is still not worth it, guys. I had some that were like right at 30 and a quarter, 30 and a half, 31. You know, it is not worth it catching a ticket or fine to take an oversized fish, guys. you're paying several $100s on a fine right there, man, that'll hurt you. That will really hurt you. But there's a lot of guys that are pushing that boundary by keeping fish that are oversized, and especially with the kids watching, just setting a super bad example for what they can do and what they can do and stuff like that. And yeah, basically, it's teaching them that as long as the authorities ain't looking, that you can try to get away with it. And for me, I'm sorry, that's not the way I work, not the way I'm going to want to do things. So I'm working the angle to ensure that we got the fishing that we are catching now to just keep improving for our future generations to go out there and catch big old fish like they have in the past. But we have also seen too where a lot of the bigger fish were gone because of the real laxed fishing regulations that were back in the day. And as we continue to fish and change things, improve things, get better fishing regulations going for everybody to enjoy it, it's our job as good stewards to also maintain that thought that when we are out there that we are watching out for one another, making sure people don't take more than they're supposed to and or oversized fish. And you know, right now is the main one. Yes, a lot of people don't like drum, but again too, it's not the only fish that's out there that are catching right now, but it's a good way to go out and enjoy yourself, especially when horrible bad conditions don't allow you to go out and enjoy the normal places that you like to enjoy. But again too, a lot of us just want to fish, and normally I'm into the drum and king, and right now that Bob Hall Pier is down, I am getting whatever fishing I can get into my blood, because it definitely does suck when you're not able to go fishing. And you already know from last year, I did not get a lot of fishing done compared to what I'm doing this. And touching base with, again, on our videos, guys, I try to keep it as real as I can to let you know that, you know, there's sometimes a lot of downtime. There's a lot of time that is put into making these catches happen. You know, I just don't want to show you at the end of the video, you know, the catches that I would catch and or the full stringer, and then that's it. There's times like this when we're just sitting there after we rebaited all our gear, and this gives me the opportunity to do my video shorts as well. And I am also working the different angles of trying to get the gear that I'm using out into public's eye, because that's one of the main things. A lot of the guys see the channel, they see the videos, and then they want to experienced the ability to do that. And by me going out there and fishing and seeing the gear in action, but also too, you know, if they take an interest, I have no problems of putting my rod and reel into their hands so that way they can feel the fish, feel the cast, feel the reeling, and the weight too. That's a major one. A lot of people, when they see these rod and reels, they really don't understand the weight that we are dealing with when we're casting, when we're reeling in, or when you're fighting a fish. So for me, it's very important, especially when, you know, you're selling them a $400 rod, a $500 rod, or a $400 or $500 reel, and then you put it all together, you're over $1,000 real quick. So this is very nice, guys. And right there with the Mighty Mullet, I am definitely, now that I've actually been putting a lot more use to it, it's definitely been earning a spot within the big rods and stuff like that. A lot of people get a pretty cool kick out of what the cast, and then also too when I finally get some hookups on it, as y'all saw during the live video feed the other day. It was horrible conditions. But again too, that's what people, or that's what the fish that we are targeting like. They like bad conditions like that, high winds, current moving, there's a lot of seaweed in the water, and or the colder temperatures too. So definitely when you come out, make sure you're layered up. And as you can tell, I've been getting some distance on there. We actually did a video the other day, and I actually downspooled that dock demon right there, the Mighty Mullet, and found out that that red top shot I have on there is 50 yards. And during the live video feed, when I was casting it out, I was actually getting off that whole top shot during the cast, and I was like right at like 51 yards kind of deal. But again too, the wind was definitely helping, because the wind was to my back, and I was throwing 3 ounces of weight. I threw on a 2-ounce pyramid, a 1-ounce pyramid, and a setup I designed for that rod and reel combo. Since it's so small, I can't really have a huge leader on it, but it's also heavy enough that if I were to grab that 80-pound test line on there, that I can definitely pull the fish up to the pier, depending on size, without having to worry about the hook or the leader given. So it is definitely a lot of work, guys, you know, between going out, producing the video, or, you know, fishing, and then I got to come back and edit down the video from, you know, 4 to 6 hours down into an hour or less. And it gets difficult, guys. So again, this is fishing from last week, when in between the heavier front and lighter fronts and stuff like that. I don't remember the exact date. I can figure that out here in just a bit, but let's go and continue on with the action here.
Right, I feel it already.
I'm a little warm. Yeah.
I love fashion, man. I still like fried bread and all that shit.
You know what the right on it? I watched you down there. Right here.
Let the show start. All right.
There we go.
Show your future while I'm good. Pescador,
No, he's good. He's good right there. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, Brady.
Oh, is he?
9.
9. Show him I was good at 9 years old.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Sit down.
Hold on, hold on. Hold it real quick. There you go. Stuck on the base right here. There you go.
Go, Brady.
There you go. Right here, guys, you see it's all working together. It doesn't matter who lands or hooks up to the fish. Everybody on the pier, works together using the gear. But also, too, when you do that, guys, be careful. A lot of times people want to help out, but again, they don't know how to properly land a fish. And that's kind of what we were talking about the other day. That they were lifting up fish, but they weren't pulling up the net correctly, and they end up bowing down some of the guys' nets and stuff like that. And when you lift them, you're supposed to lift them straight up, not to where you actually carry it like a shovel kind of deal, guys. You just dip, reach down, pull it straight up, and keep pulling it straight up like that, guys. I do have some video footage within the channel showing people how to properly lift, and there's a reason for it. And that is the way the net is designed, to carry the weight and the load of whatever fish you put out there. And as the night continues, you can see some of the rods disappearing and others coming in, depending on weather conditions, and or they already caught their limit and they're already bugging out. Go home and get some more rest time for the next day and so forth.
Alright, just to give you a little heads up too. Normally when I catch drum to keep to put on the stringer, I normally like them anywhere from 22 to 28 inches. 29 perfect too, because since you are limited to 5 drum, and I've got a bigger size family, I definitely try to keep the bigger sizes so that way I don't have to worry about it. And one of the biggest things I do see a lot of is people that automatically assume because they're over 25 inches they'll have worms. That is a negative Ghost Rider on that one. The reason being because I've actually caught drum, I've caught reds, even speckled trout, all on the smaller end of the scale for being a legal size catch and take home, because at that time that's all we were catching was those sizes, and I didn't want to go home empty handed. So I actually took home some 16 and 17 inch drum, and they had worms. I've taken home a 21, 22 inch red, and they had worms. I've taken speckled trout, 15, 16, 17 inches, and they had worms. So it really, really depends on where that fish lives during its lifetime. And a lot of the fish that we caught with no worms, those were drum from, the sea. They came from deeper water and or lived in an area where there's a lot of actual water current moving in their area, so that way they are not sitting there being lethargic in a very dirty water area. So there's places in Corpus that have those kind of spots where there's not a lot of water that comes in and goes, so that way it can refresh itself. So a lot of the fish that are caught in that area tend to have that type of problem. So right here you see that I did a double up, 1 drum on 1 leader, 1 drum on the next leader, and go ahead and put them back out there so that way leaders aren't hanging about, because as hooks are hanging about like that, somebody else may hook up, and if your leader is sitting there flapping in the wind kind of deal, they can definitely get a hookup on your leader like that, or get hooked on your leader if it's out there like that. So definitely want to watch yourself on that one, because it does help keeping your area clean. Make sure your leaders ain't just thrown about and stuff like that, especially when there's kids about and stuff like that, and there's a lot of fish being caught, so it definitely can improve your chances to have a great day or a bad day if you're not paying attention to what's going around you. And right here you can see that I'm not even putting the bait elastic on there, because we have seen that there is no bait fish out there. We were actually, if bait didn't happen to get hit within that hour or so, I've actually started pulling them in, checking my bait, putting on a fresh one, just because with the amount of current that's coming through, we have seen that the baits pretty much get waterlogged and they're not as good. And as I'm working it back and forth on there, I want to make sure that I am giving myself the best possible way to go out there and catch fish, fill up my stringer, and have a great day of fishing on there too. But also with the leaders that I am using, I've had them on the rods for several months now, and this is the whole point of the way we build leaders. We build them so that way they can be used over and over and over and over again with fish after fish. And a lot of times you'll see me where I just lift the fish up with the leader, with the rod, but it's also, I'm not lifting it to me, I'm lifting it to where it's away from me, and that way I don't high stick my gear.